This morning, you set your teacup on the windowsill, sunlight creeping through the gentle crow's feet around your eyes. The house is the same as ever, but somewhere in the slower rhythm of your steps, a quiet question stirs. Where am I headed in this stretch of life? Growing older is a privilege, a journey of experience, of wisdom, of a depth that youth can only imagine. But it's also an open map to new terrain, where challenges lurk that few see coming. We talk easily about gray hair, about retirement, about the chatter of grandkids. But the things that weigh on the heart, the sudden loss of independence, the creeping loneliness, the fear that your body or memory might betray you, those we whisper about or sidestep entirely. Today, we'll do things differently. Not to scare you, but to empower you. Because knowledge is the most powerful tool to build a vibrant, healthy, and independent old age. We're going to explore the 5 most critical hidden dangers that you or your loved ones are likely to face. And with each danger, we won't just name the problem. We'll lay out a blueprint for action, evidence-based, simple, practical solutions you can start today. No complicated medical jargon, no impossible lifestyle overhauls. Just small, precise, timely steps. Whether you're in your 50s planning ahead, in your 70s or 80s navigating challenges, or caring for aging parents, what follows will be your first line of defense. Are you ready? Let's start with the first danger. It might be closer than you think. Danger number 1, the silent fall. It sounds like a small stumble, a fleeting misstep on familiar floors. But that moment can shift the entire course of a life. You step down from the porch, coffee cup in hand, mind wandering to who you'll call this afternoon. A soft slip, silence. Then everything changes. The terror of a fall isn't in the sound it makes, but in what lingers after. The pain, the surgery, the months of recovery, and sometimes, the shadow of fear that stops you from stepping out the door. The truth is, falls are not rare. For those past 65, more than 1 in 4 will fall within a year. Picture 4 friends around a table, stories flowing freely. Cold statistics say that by next year, one of them is likely to fall. And it's not just scrapes and bruises. About 37% of falls lead to injuries requiring treatment or forcing you to cut back on daily life. The most common and haunting is a hip fracture. A broken hip is rarely just a broken bone. It often brings major surgery and a recovery journey that many never fully complete. From living independently to relying on a walker, a wheelchair, or even full-time care, that's the fall of freedom. And then there are head injuries, quiet but dangerous, opening the door to cognitive complications, neurological issues, or memory loss. But the body is only half the story. The other half plays out in the mind and heart. After a fall, fear often grows like a shadow stretching into dusk. You start avoiding walks, making excuses to skip gatherings with friends, hesitating even to stand up for a glass of water. The world shrinks, muscles weaken from lack of use. Balance falters from lack of challenge. Ironically, avoiding movement makes falling more likely. Confidence doesn't crack because of the fall itself, but because of the days spent living so cautiously, you lose a piece of yourself. Here's the part you need to hear, like a whispered secret. Falls are not the inevitable fate of aging. Most can be prevented. You don't need to become an athlete or make impossible changes. Just small, steady, well-placed steps. Start with strength and balance, your closest allies in preserving freedom. Think of your body as an old tree. The roots are your leg and core muscles, the branches your upper body, ready to catch you when needed. Each day, stand by the kitchen counter, fingertips lightly touching the surface, and lift one foot, holding for a few breaths. When you're steady, close your eyes for a moment to train your balance system to work without sight. Slow, intentional movements, like those in Tai Chi, help your body rediscover its inner rhythm. Sitting and standing from your favorite chair without using your hands is a powerful exercise for your legs. Lean against a wall, pushing gently to wake up your shoulders and chest, because strong arms can sometimes be the portable railing that saves you from a stumble. Then there's your home safe only when you pay attention. Don't let a small rug become a big trap. If you can, remove it. If not, secure it firmly. Electrical cords should hug the walls, not stretch across paths, like invisible tripwires. Light is your second pair of eyes at night. The path from bedroom to bathroom needs to be clearly lit with a small nightlight. The bathroom deserves sturdy grab bars by the tub and toilet, along with non-slip mats. These aren't signs of weakness. They're marks of someone who loves themselves enough to protect their future. And then there's health, the hidden part of the iceberg. Your eyes need regular checkups, because outdated glasses or cataracts can distort depth and distance. The pills you take daily might be quietly lowering your blood pressure when you stand, or making your head feel floaty. Ask your doctor or pharmacist directly, could any of these increase my risk of falling? And don't let your feet contend with open-heeled slippers, slick soles, or heels that no longer suit you. A pair of well-fitted shoes with good support and grippy soles is the foundation for every step, being a commitment to safety. If you're wondering, where do I start right now? The answer is simple: stand up from your chair and try sitting down and standing again, slowly, without using your hands. Walk to the kitchen, lightly hold the counter, and balance on one foot for a few counts. Stroll through your hallway and check for any rugs that might slip. Before bed, plug in a small nightlight to guide your way. And when you see your doctor, have a short question ready about your medications. These are tiny actions, but each one is a brick paving the path to your freedom. Danger number 1 sounds ordinary because everyone stumbles sometimes. But as age adds up, the consequences of a misstep are no longer ordinary. The extraordinary lies elsewhere. In choosing to act first, in persistently training balance and strength, in a home that's bright and clutter-free, in eyes that are cared for and shoes that truly support you. You're reclaiming not just safety, but confidence. Today, you can turn fear into an ally. No fanfare, no flash, just a grown adult preparing, step by steady step, for the road ahead. And each solid step is a declaration: I still choose to live life on my terms. Danger number 2. A secret rarely named: the silent erosion of strength. You don't notice it in a dramatic moment, but in the small, everyday things. The jam jar suddenly feels stubborn. The laundry basket seems heavier. The familiar staircase leaves your breath a little shorter. There's no alarm bell, just a quiet sense of, I'm getting weaker, slipping into your days. The medical term is sarcopenia, but let's call it what it is: the gradual loss of muscle and function with age, a slow, silent current that, if ignored, can sweep away your independence. The problem isn't just that we accept weakening as inevitable. Many start avoiding heavy lifting, struggle to rise from a chair, and tell themselves, I'm just getting old. But sarcopenia is a real process, with real mechanisms and consequences bigger than we realize. Starting in your 30s, muscle mass can decline with each decade, accelerating after 60. Why does this matter so much? Because muscles are the engine of your body. They lift you from bed, carry you to the store, let you pick up a grandchild, or haul a grocery bag. They keep you balanced when the floor is slick. When that engine weakens, every daily task feels heavier. The laundry basket turns into a boulder. A short staircase becomes a steep climb. A hard lid transforms into a tug-of-war. And here's something sobering, but you need to know: sarcopenia is a major reason we fall. The danger we just discussed. Weak leg muscles make you less steady. A weak core makes it harder to catch yourself when you stumble. If you fall, you lack the strength to control the impact. It's a tightening spiral. Weakness leads to less movement leads to more weakness. Meanwhile, muscles also help regulate blood sugar and burn energy. Losing them slows your metabolism, raises the risk of type 2 diabetes, and dims your ability to bounce back from illness. This is the path to a body that's frail, fragile, and vulnerable to health shocks. But right here, I want to whisper a truth that empowers you. Sarcopenia is not a life sentence. Much of it can be reversed. At any age, you can rebuild your strength. The main weapon isn't a pill, it's making your muscles work through resistance training. Don't picture a noisy gym or young folks heaving weights like they're lifting a car. Resistance training is simply making your muscles push against a force, your body weight, a resistance band, or light hand weights. The key is gradually increasing the challenge as your strength grows slowly but surely. Start with the most vital exercise for independence: sitting and standing from a sturdy chair. It's the movement you need daily to rise on your own. Do a comfortable set of repetitions, rest when needed, and aim to do it without using your hands. Push against a wall to train your upper body, because strong arms can be the portable railing that saves you from a misstep. For your biceps, a couple of soup cans or light weights are enough to remind your muscles, we still need you. Your body responds to the signals you send. Do this regularly, at least 2 sessions a week, to wake up all the major muscle groups. Alongside movement is nutrition, specifically protein. Muscles are built from protein, and as you age, your body becomes less efficient at using what you eat. Many older adults unintentionally eat too little, as appetites shift or habits grow erratic. The solution isn't elaborate meals, but spreading protein evenly across the day. Picture a steady 3-beat rhythm: eggs or Greek yogurt in the morning, a salad with grilled chicken at lunch, fish in the evening. Beans, lentils, and nuts are great sources too. A modest portion at each meal, paired with resistance training, sends your body a clear message: it's time to rebuild. If you're wondering whether it's safe to start, know that the beginning can be surprisingly gentle. A sturdy chair, a flat wall, a resistance band. You increase the effort as your muscles allow, like slowly turning up a volume knob. There are plenty of safe guidelines for older adults. The key is choosing the right movements, staying in control, and prioritizing consistency over haste. Just challenging enough feeling is a good compass. No sharp pain, no dizziness, just muscles waking from a long nap. So, what's one small, clear action you can do right now? Stand up from your chair and do a few slow sit to stand reps, back straight, eyes forward. Then lean lightly on the kitchen counter and do a few wall push-ups. Grab 2 cans from the pantry and do controlled bicep curls on each side. At dinner, add a simple serving of protein. Tomorrow, do it again. Next week, add 1 more rep. You'll be surprised when the jam jar feels less stubborn, the stairs seem shorter, and your breath flows longer, easier. If this is helping you see how you can take the wheel of aging, I hope you'll hit subscribe and turn on notifications right now. We dedicate this channel to bringing you honest, empowering content like this, and your support helps this message reach more people. Thank you for being here. In the next part, we'll touch on a danger that doesn't live in your muscles, but creeps into your mind and heart, and how to spot it before it quietly dims the things you love. Danger number 3. An invisible epidemic that doesn't show up on X-rays, but seeps into your heart, your memory, and the way you see the world. Loneliness and social isolation. It's not loud, it carries no warning sign, but its consequences can be as devastating as smoking or obesity. We often think of loneliness as just a fleeting sadness. The truth runs deeper. When that feeling lingers, it becomes a silent health crisis, eroding your body day by day. Here's where many get it wrong. Social isolation is the reality of having few relationships. Loneliness is the feeling of being left behind, even in a crowded room. You can attend a party and still feel hollow if there's no meaningful connection. As we age, life's changes quietly dismantle our familiar circles. Retirement means no more office banter. Children grow up and move to distant cities. Friends, even a lifelong partner, may slip away one by one. And if getting around becomes harder, the door to the world closes tighter. The COVID-19 pandemic pulled back the curtain, forcing millions of older adults into isolation. For many, the echoes still linger. Your body responds to chronic loneliness with a low-grade alert mode, fueling inflammation, the hidden driver behind countless age-related diseases. The risk of heart disease climbs, stroke looms closer, blood pressure rises. Your immune system sags like an exhausted army. You feel more tired, fall ill more easily, recover more slowly, and wonder why even small tasks leave you drained. What worries many most is how it touches the fragile territory of the mind. Social interaction is a multitasking workout for your brain, remembering, listening, responding, reading cues, empathizing. When that stimulation fades, your brain gets less of a challenge. Studies show that older adults who feel lonely face faster cognitive decline and a significantly higher risk of dementia, including Alzheimer's. And like a short, steep path, loneliness leads straight to depression. This is a quiet threat, unraveling your health from the inside out. But here's something vital I want to whisper in your ear. Fighting loneliness takes intention and effort, but it's the most rewarding investment you can make for your health. The goal isn't just to be around others, it's to nurture real connections and a sense of purpose, of mattering. Start with the community around you, and don't pick what you should do, choose what genuinely sparks your interest. If you love books, a book club is where words weave people together. If you want to move, a walking group for seniors or a gentle yoga class can get you active and talking. Community centers are goldmines for simple, warm activities. And volunteering is a sturdy bridge back to the flow of life. At a school, a hospital, or an animal shelter, what you do reminds you that you're still contributing, still valuable, still part of something. Technology can be an extension of your reach, not to replace face-to-face moments, but to bridge gaps when distance or weather gets in the way. Video calls with family carry more warmth than voice alone. Social media can reconnect you with an old friend. Online, there are communities for nearly every interest you can imagine. If tech feels daunting, don't hesitate to ask a grandchild or neighbor for a quick lesson. Many local libraries offer free classes, guiding you into the digital world step by gentle step. Don't forget to nurture the relationships you already have. Don't wait for the phone to ring, be the one to dial. Schedule a regular weekly chat with an old friend or sibling. Invite a neighbor over for coffee. If getting out is tough, be honest. I'd love to see you, but going out is a bit hard. Could you stop by? Those who care about you will want to help. Sincerity is the strongest thread of connection, and a recurring appointment is the frame that keeps bonds from slipping away. If you're wondering, what can I do right now? Let the answer be simple. Pick one person and send a message or make a short video call. Mark a day each week for a group walk or gentle yoga class. Look up a nearby community center and ask about volunteer opportunities. Each small step is a brick paving the path across the void loneliness leaves behind. Danger number 3 is an invisible epidemic because it leaves no bruises on the skin, but you can redraw your map, stepping from a quiet room into a circle where someone's waiting. A strong network of connections is your defense against loneliness and the foundation for a joyful, healthy, meaningful old age. And the first door often opens with just one call. Danger number 4, a modern medical paradox, the trap of polypharmacy, where what once saved us quietly wears us down. Your pill organizer sits neatly on the kitchen counter, one for the heart in the morning, one for the joints at noon, one for blood pressure at night. Then a pill to sleep through restless nights, one for headaches, just in case, and a few supplements, for good measure. It looks reassuring at first glance, but as the pills pile up, that reassurance can slip to the bottom of the bag. Polypharmacy, literally, many drugs, often means taking 5 or more medications daily. For older adults, this isn't rare, it's almost normal. With 93% of older people managing at least one chronic condition, and nearly 80% juggling 2 or more, prescriptions become a patchwork quilt stitched by many hands. A cardiologist adds a blood thinner, an orthopedist prescribes an anti-inflammatory, the family doctor adds a statin and blood pressure pill. Toss in over-the-counter pain relievers, daily aspirin, or supplements, and you're quickly holding more pills than your hands can count. That's the trap. The first danger is obvious, but often overlooked: side effects and drug interactions. As we age, our bodies process drugs more slowly. The kidneys and liver, your body's processing plants, work less efficiently. Medications linger longer, build up higher, and side effects creep in. When multiple drugs coexist, the odds of them clashing skyrocket. Some accidentally amplify another to dangerous levels, others cancel each other out. It's a complex dance your body strains to keep up with. The second issue is subtler, often masquerading as just aging. Sudden confusion: is it the start of dementia, or the lingering effect of last night's sleeping pill? A dizzy spell when standing: is it a new heart issue, or the blood pressure med working overtime? When nausea strikes, instead of finding the culprit, another pill for anti-nausea might get added. This cycle has a name: the prescribing cascade. The more drugs, the higher the risk of dizziness, confusion, or drowsiness, familiar pieces in the puzzle of falls we discussed earlier. But here's what I want to whisper to you as an empowering truth. Escaping the polypharmacy trap isn't a matter of chance. You can do this by stepping into the role of CEO of your own health. Not to challenge your doctor, but to partner actively, organize clearly, ask the right questions, and claim authority over your body. The most critical step sounds simple, but works wonders. The brown bag review. Gather everything you're taking: prescription drugs, over-the-counter meds, vitamins, herbs, all of it, and put it in a bag. Bring that bag to your next appointment with your doctor or pharmacist. Pharmacists are quiet gatekeepers, razor-sharp on drug interactions, spotting connections we often miss. When you sit down with your healthcare provider, let curiosity guide you. For each pill, ask clearly, what does this drug do, and what specific benefit will I get? Is there a non-drug option that could work instead? Could this interact with my other medications? Could my recent dizziness, fogginess, or confusion be tied to this drug? And the pivotal question, is this drug still necessary? Many medications, prescribed for a temporary issue, linger indefinitely just because no one thought to stop. Safely stopping deprescribing is a cornerstone strategy to simplify your regimen while keeping you safe. Next comes organization. A master list naming each drug, its dose, when you take it, and why it's there is a map you carry in your wallet or phone. That list is a lifeline in emergencies, and the foundation for every doctor's visit. Pair it with a weekly pill organizer to avoid missing doses or accidentally doubling up. Each pill in its proper slot is a message to your body. I'm in charge, not letting things drift. If you're wondering where to start today, the answer is right in your kitchen. Grab a paper bag and gather all your medications and supplements. Jot down a quick list, noting what each is for in your own words. Call to schedule a review with your doctor or local pharmacist. And from now on, when a new drug is suggested, return to the core questions. What's the benefit? What's the risk? Is there a non-drug alternative? And when will we reassess stopping it? Danger number 4 isn't an accusation against medicine. It's a reminder that drugs are true allies only when they have a clear purpose, proper dose, and rightful place in your life. When you take charge, the pillbox on your counter stops being a Pandora's box and becomes what it should be: a streamlined toolkit helping you live longer, stronger, and most importantly, freer. Danger number 5. The fog of the mind, so subtle it feels like just getting older, until one day it might shroud the path back to your own home. You set your keys on the table and forget them, a small thing. But a quiet fear whispers, what if one day my memories stop answering my call? What if I start to fade? What we're facing isn't fleeting senior moments, but significant cognitive decline and dementia, a topic still wrapped in fear and misunderstanding. Let's be crystal clear, dementia is not an inevitable part of aging, it's a disease of the brain. Yes, processing speed may slow with the years, but that's different. Dementia means at least 2 core functions like memory, language, or judgment decline enough to disrupt daily life. Alzheimer's is the most common form, but not the only one. The danger isn't just the disease itself, but the sense of helplessness that keeps us frozen when there are proven steps to protect the brain. We can't change our genes, but we can shape our habits. The allies of this fog are quiet and persistent. A sedentary body reduces blood flow to the brain. High blood pressure and diabetes erode blood vessels, including the fragile ones in the brain, paving the way for vascular dementia. Social isolation starves the mind of stimulation. A diet heavy in processed foods, sugar, and unhealthy fats fuels inflammation, toxic to nerve cells. These don't work alone, they form an alliance, slowly, over years. But here's the hopeful news: like a clearing in the fog, your brain can build resilience. Through daily choices, you create cognitive reserve, a buffer that helps your brain withstand damage, work better, and endure longer. This strategy rests on 4 pillars, requiring no grand promises, just steady habits. The first pillar is movement. If you could choose one thing to protect your brain, choose this. Activities that raise your heart rate: brisk walking, swimming, cycling show neuroprotective effects, better blood flow to the brain and the release of BDNF, a fertilizer that nourishes brain cells, sparking new connections. Set a goal that fits you, aiming for at least moderate weekly activity, plus a couple of strength-building sessions. Don't chase records. Focus on rhythm, consistency, and the joy of your body warming up. The second pillar is feeding your brain with food. Picture a Mediterranean plate. vegetables, whole grains, nuts, olive oil, fish. It's a palate rich in antioxidants, soothing inflammation, and kind to nerve cells. What to cut back on: red meat, sugar, and processed foods that fan the flames of inflammation. This isn't dieting, it's caring for the raw materials that let your brain paint a clear day. Next comes mental exercise. Your brain thrives on novelty, it grows through challenge. You don't need a new degree to train it, you need to step out of the familiar, a crossword that tests your patience, a chess game that sharpens planning, a book in a field you've never explored, or an instrument you've always wanted to try. Each time you learn something new, you're asking your brain to weave more connections, building backup bridges. The final pillar is human connection. Meaningful interaction is a full-body workout for memory, attention, and processing speed. When you share stories, listen, respond, read cues, or empathize, your brain multitasks. Time with family, neighbors, or community doesn't just lift your spirit, it strengthens synapses, those handshakes between brain cells. It's also the anchor that keeps you from loneliness, a silent accomplice of cognitive decline. If you're wondering, where do I start today? Let the answer be small and clear. Take a brisk walk around the block, just enough to feel your heart beat a little faster. Add a serving of vegetables and a drizzle of olive oil to dinner, and plan for fish this weekend. Open a book on a topic you've never touched, or tackle a crossword during your lunch break. Video call a friend you haven't seen in a while and set a recurring date to keep life's rush from pulling you apart. Each action is a brick in the path, slowly building a thicker shield for your brain. Danger number 5 is daunting because it touches identity, memories, words, the people we love. But fear doesn't have to take the wheel. You can rewrite your daily rhythm to feed your brain better blood, better fuel, the right challenges, and deeper connections. The fog may linger some mornings, but the path beneath your feet will grow clearer with each step, and the first step is always within reach. As we close this journey today, we've done more than name the hidden dangers of aging: the sudden fall, the silent erosion of muscle, the invisible epidemic of loneliness, the tangled trap of polypharmacy, and the fog of cognitive decline. We've shown a light into corners often avoided, and when that light flickers on, vague fears become something you can understand, touch, and act upon. Do you see the red thread weaving through every solution? It's not an expensive miracle or flashy technology. The most powerful tools are already in your hands. The movement of your body, gentle nourishment, human connection, purposeful engagement, and the habit of listening closely to yourself. The story of aging doesn't have to be a downhill slide. It can be a journey of resilience and empowerment. Simply by understanding these hidden risks, you've taken the most crucial step. You've turned on the light. You see the obstacles, you hold the map. You can strengthen your legs to prevent a fall, reconnect with community to push back loneliness, question your prescriptions to avoid harm, and challenge your mind to keep it sharp. Aging isn't a battle to win or lose. It's a path to navigate with daily wisdom. The choices you make today, a short walk, a call to an old friend, a direct question to your doctor, are investments that will pay dividends in your health, your independence, and your quality of life for years to come. If this journey has been helpful, share this video with a loved one, a friend, anyone who might need it. And if you want to walk this path with us long term, hit like, leave a comment about one small action you'll take today, then press subscribe and turn on notifications. We're committed to bringing you content that helps you live stronger at every age. Here's to a future not just longer, but steadier and more vibrant.